Now, when the days of hair purification, according to the law of Moses, were completed, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. To present him to the Lord. First of all, my beloved, I would like to congratulate all of you for this great occasion of the feast of the entry of our Lord Jesus Christ to the temple, which we celebrate today, and also for the starting of the Great Lent, the Great Fast, which we will start tomorrow. The reason that we are not praying the readings of preparation for the fast is because today we have a feast. And this feast is very important to the point that the church make it one of the Lord's feasts, means it's very important to celebrate it even if we have a fast or coming to a fast. Why we celebrate this feast? Why the church make it a feast? Why we celebrate this time of the entry of our Lord Jesus Christ to the temple, although he entered to the temple several times? Let us know some answers of those questions in the few minutes to come. First of all, what is the meaning of to present him, to present Jesus to the Lord? As it is written, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. The word present. You remember when the Lord was about to take his people Israel from Egypt, out of Egypt, to save them and to let them enter to Canaan. The last thing that God did to the Egyptians was to kill the firstborn. And he said at that time to the people Israel, I will make every firstborn of the Egyptians to die. In return of that, every firstborn of my people Israel shall be mine. Every firstborn of the Israelites shall be mine. Every firstborn shall be sanctified to the Lord. You will sanctify him to the Lord. So the word to present him means that he is supposed to be the Lord's and only the Lord's. So what is the meaning to present him to the Lord? That this firstborn should be a sacrifice to the Lord, an offering to the Lord. That means that Jesus, as a firstborn, should be a sacrifice to the Lord, should be presented to the Lord. But of course, because God doesn't want the Israelites to kill as a sacrifice, to kill their firstborn and be put on the altar as a burnt offering. So God came to the Israelites and said, instead of offering your firstborn, you have to pay the Levites 5 pieces of silver. as a redemption of your firstborn. So God found the solution for the Israelites, that every firstborn, and instead of presenting him as a sacrifice, as an offering to the Lord said, okay, I will give you a relief by you paying 5 pieces of silver. That means that every family of the Israelites, when the firstborn come to this family, they should go to Jerusalem to do either one of two things. Either to present him to the Lord as an offering, or to give 5 pieces of silver to the priests. If they don't want to pay the 5 pieces of silver, what they should do? They should leave him in the temple. And this happened, very famous occasion, with who? Samuel the prophet. Firstborn, his mom decided that this is the Lord's. I don't want to give 5 pieces of silver. I will present him to the Lord. So they took Jesus, Saint Mary and Saint Joseph, to present Jesus to the Lord in the temple. The Bible of Saint Luke, the Gospel of Saint Luke, didn't mention at any time that Saint Mary or Joseph the righteous give 5 pieces of silver to the priest. Why? Because our Lord Jesus Christ is the sacrifice to the Lord, is the perfect sacrifice who will present himself to the Lord on the cross. That's why it's never mentioned that they pay the 5 pieces of silver. But what about what is mentioned here, that to offer a sacrifice according to what is said in the law of the Lord, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons? This is totally different from what we are talking about. This offering is for Saint Mary, on behalf of Saint Mary. It has no relation with our Lord Jesus Christ or the firstborn. How we know that? If we go back to Leviticus 12, God is giving a commandment for the Israelites concerning the woman that will bear a son and will give birth to a son, firstborn.